Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to another Sims speed build. Today we're building quite a big build, like a pretty big one. It's actually four builds in one. We're only decorating one because otherwise this video would be way too long and I probably don't have the inspiration to decorate four separate houses at once. But we're building four houses because today we are building a townhouse. I had this idea in my mind for a while that I wanted to build like a row of houses, like a townhouse, like the way the houses are in New York City, and maybe a bit like inspired also by Amsterdam and such. Like, I just wanted a row of houses, and I made it because I wanted to. I've had this idea for a while, like I said, and I'm really happy with how I built it, how I ended up building it. After this, it is a long video. I'm sorry. There's just a lot going on, a lot of decorating, a lot of cluttering, a lot of different rooms because this build, like the house itself, is surprisingly big. Like from the front, it looks like four small houses, but they're quite thin, but also very deep. So there's still quite a bit of room for decoration. And I really wanted the house to feel very lived in and homey and colorful and cluttered. So I spent a lot of time just decorating, adding clutter and adding little details because otherwise it would feel a little too empty in my opinion. I just like it when houses are a bit more full. So that's why this video is so long because decorating took a long time. Like this time the outside of the build, the gardens, the landscaping, etc. It's not that much work, but the inside was a lot of work. So there's four bedrooms in this house, kind of, but one bedroom is a home office at this point. But of course, you can change that home office to a bedroom. So, no worries, there's room for even more Sims in this house. I built this house for five Sims, a family of five, two parents, one teenager, and two children, possibly twins. They're sharing a bedroom, which I'm sorry, but the children's bedroom is literally my favorite room I've ever done. It's so cute. Their color scheme is adorable. I'm very, very proud of the build. But yeah, the layout was a tiny bit of a struggle because the house is so deep. Like you get very long rooms, of course, and I kind of wanted to add in another bedroom, but you have the issue of you can't really put like a bedroom in the center of the house because then the bedroom won't have any windows and that's just a bit weird. So I ended up with two bedrooms on each floor, which turned out good. It was just a bit more of a struggle to decorate because the rooms are so big, relatively, so they felt empty quite often. So decorating was a bit more of a struggle, but I think it turned out good. We have just started on the first floor. In the front of the house, there's this lovely big living room, and then in the back of the house, there's a kitchen and dining area. And I tried to make sure that everything was as colorful as could be. I just really wanted it to be a colorful build. I was so excited to make it like all sorts of different colors. I put in like herringwood floors because I just felt that fit the vibe of the house. The hallways all have tiles and also a tile up the wall, very colorful. Because I feel like when you enter like 1920s, 1930s houses here in the Netherlands, which are often also like those thin, tall houses like this one, most houses have hallways with loads of pretty tiles and lovely tiles up the walls and that kind of thing. So I wanted to create that in this house as well. So I created that in the hallways. So the hallways are quite simple. Besides having the little tile details, the hallways are just very simple. I wanted to keep it that way because they're very small. That really is how the houses are over here in the Netherlands. I've never been to New York. I just know the outside of the houses. So I really based the interior on the Dutch houses over here. And here you just enter a very small hallway and it has stairs, and that's about it. So I wanted to keep it that way. Also, on all other floors, the hallways are the same. So I didn't really add any decorations to the hallways, just the entrance has a few decorations. Um, so that's why I also felt like the very colorful tile walls fit in very well. Just because it made it a bit more decorated and fun without having to actually add a lot of decorations to the hallways. And then I kind of tried to give each room its own personality and decor, and I feel like it turned out very fun. The living room and the dining room are quite similar. Also, I am so happy with the blue kitchen. The blue kitchen is so freaking cute. I'm like really in this mindset that if I'm getting a house later, I want it to be as colorful as possible. So building this was really just almost like designing my dream house. So that blue kitchen, my absolute dream. I just love colors so much. I really want a colorful house. I did struggle a bit in the living room because I went for green, but then I decided I didn't want to go all green, so I added a yellow couch. But then yellow chairs made it look too yellow and too fit together, and I wanted to have another colored chair, but it just didn't really work, and I just ended up doing red chairs, and it's a bit of a mix and match of colors and shades, but kind of like through the entire house, the idea is colors, most of the time, like one or two colors per room, and then a very dark wood detail. Every time wood is used, it's this very, very dark wood from the Dream Home Decorator pack, which is such a lovely color. Um, yeah, so that was the only struggle in the living room, like the colors of the furniture. But after I had that pretty much down, it just looked so cute. I can't wait to live in a colorful house. I really can't. Also, I made this like sort of built-in cabinet bookcase kind of situation above the entrance from the living room to the dining area, which is very common in houses here as well. It's usually like a built-in bookcase. So I felt that was cute. I also turned it this very dark brown, like all the other furniture. I was just a bit sad I couldn't make it on the other side as well, because that's very usual over here. But I couldn't because the the cabinets from the modular system would stick together, like, and it would slot to the other side of the wall. So I just couldn't. So I added two of those pantries over there, which I think is fine. I also struggled in the kitchen with colors of the chairs. I don't know, like chairs and couches, just none of the colors really worked for me. Like everything else was fine, but with chairs and couches, I don't know. I don't know what went wrong there, but in the end, it turned out fun. I added quite a few paintings and decorations, and in general, the living area and the kitchen area is decorated and fun and homely, but still kind of like clean and simple and not too much. Like, I really tried to make it homely and fun, but hopefully not too much. Like, it is a very, very small house, so adding a lot of plants and decorations and little thingies would maybe be too much in this kind of house. So I kind of tried to find a balance between that, but having to like find that balance and play with little decorations and take stuff out and put stuff in and try with different rugs and whatever, it did take me a long while. So that's why this video is so long. I think the build took me like 4 hours in total. I think like what I recorded was like 4.5 hours. So um I'm glad I got it down to like under half an hour. But it took me a long time. I spent all day on it yesterday, which I didn't expect, but it's a bit um from the outside it just looks like such a small house, and then the inside it just there's a lot of space. So decorating just took a long time, and I didn't expect that, and I think when you look at the outside of the house, you don't expect it to be this decorated on the inside as well. So yeah, that's kind of the issue. I also made all of the backyards the same. Um, and I also put like some gates in the fences in the backyard because I thought it would be so fun that you have this like nice little backyard, and then when you feel like it, you leave through the back fence entrance, and you're in the harbor near the ocean. And you can also, I don't know, maybe some people have bikes. I don't have a bike in The Sims, so maybe when you have a sim that has a bike, you can park the bike in the backyard instead of in front of the house because I feel like it doesn't fit there. So that was kind of the idea that I was going for. So I feel like um, when you look at this house and you imagine this type of house to be in like New York or whatever, I am guessing this is almost a multi-million dollar house. Just who even has this much space in such a big city? I don't even know. Because I feel like when I look at similar houses in Amsterdam, often each floor is divided into different apartments instead of the entire house being one house. So I just can only imagine how expensive this house would be in an actual big city. But I guess like in The Sims, it's of course also a very expensive house, and apparently this family is just very rich. And like I said, I imagined this for a family of five, two parents and three children, like two children and a teen. I'm working on the children's room now, which I'm so excited about. This room turned out so fun. It's definitely my favorite room I've ever done. Um, which is for twins or like siblings, maybe from the same similar age. I made it like this blue, purple, like blurple, yellow, orange color scheme because I feel like that would fit any child. Like it isn't really like the genders of the children aren't really confined to the space. I feel like any type of child could have this kind of bedroom, and I just feel it's so cute. I am so proud of myself with this room. But then also on this floor, this is the second floor of the building, we have the children's room and then the teens room. And then on the third floor of the building at the top, we have the parents' room and their home office. And my dad did point out that it was a bit weird that the parents had their bedroom on top, like at the highest floor, because they would have to walk all those stairs and children might find it more fun to be at the top level of the house. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But also, the only people I know that had their parents' bedroom at a different floor than the children's bedroom had the parents' bedroom like at the in the attic area, like at the top floor. So that was kind of in my brain, and I also felt like I made the home office really like a work at home office, not just a simple office, but like a work at home office. And while I was building, I imagined these parents to be like a pair of interior designers. So they would work from home from their office there, and then they kind of have like the entire floor to themselves. They have their bedroom there and also their office. And then, like, when they're still working and the children come home from school and they go to their bedrooms, they don't disturb their parents' work because they don't have to walk past their parents' rooms up to their own rooms. That's kind of what I was imagining. So that's why I put the children's rooms on the second floor and the parents' room with their office on the third floor. So we're done with children's room now. I don't know. Did you see it? It's so cute. I'm just so proud of that. And then for the teenager, I kind of imagined to be the I kind of imagined them to be some sort of like emo vibe, but a bit more classy. Like the room is it's just all dark and black and dark decorations, and the teenager plays guitar. They have some guitars and they're an avid gamer. They have this nice gaming setup. Maybe they're even a streamer, I don't know, or a gaming YouTuber. I have no idea. but that was kind of the vibe I was going for. A very, very dark room, kind of like emo vibes, loads of movie posters, but still a bit more sophisticated, and an avid gamer. So that's kind of why I had the vibe this person would be a girl, because they are just the room is a bit more sophisticated than like a cool teenage boy's bedroom, you know what I mean? But also any sort of teen or young adult could live in this room, in my opinion. And also this room has a balcony to it. There are two balconies in this house. I don't know, I felt like it was very cute to add a balcony. I actually like no reason for it, because we have a pretty decent backyard for the fact you live in the city. But I just felt like the balcony would be cute, and it added a bit more texture to the outside of the build, because, just having these four blocks next to each other, it was a bit boring. So I wanted to add a bit more texture to the outside of the build, so that's why I added the balconies. And there's one on the second floor and on the third floor. The third floor one leads to the office, and the second floor one is in the teens' bedroom. So kind of only the children don't have a balcony, which is quite logical in my opinion. Like, why do children need a balcony? And also they could hang out with their teenage sibling on their balcony. So that's fun. And then the balcony on the top floor is a bit more like general access, because it's in the office, but also the office is kind of really where the parents live during the day because they work there. So it's also more of the parents' balcony. So it's kind of how I divided it. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my brain it did. I did struggle a bit with the bathrooms because of the door placements and the bathroom being so small. I kind of did really want to add in like a bathtub, but I ended up not doing that. We also don't have animals or toddlers in the house, so we don't really need a bathtub. So I felt this was perfectly fine as is. I have a bathroom on each floor of the building. There's a half bath on the ground level behind the stairs, and there's a bathroom on the second floor shared by all the siblings, and a bathroom on the third floor, which is not an ensuite, but because the parents' bedroom is the only bedroom on that floor, it kind of is their sort of ensuite bathroom. So, um, 2.5 bath in this house, which is pretty good. And now I'm working on the parents' bedroom, and I'm also very proud of how this turned out. Just the color scheme is lovely. I would want a bedroom like this myself. It's just so nice. And I have like this nice big closet wall instead of like a walk-in closet. It's just incorporated in the bedroom, which I think is nice. And I don't know, it just looks really nice. I'm very proud of it. Like, what I was just thinking about is, it would be very cool if I had like tiny living and you had those Murphy beds, and you would put one of those in the office space, because then the office space could also function as like a guest bedroom, which would be very cool because this house is very big. The rooms are very large. There's a lot of space, but still there's no space to really have any guests sleep over or whatever. So that would be cool. But also there's space in the office for people to put down like an air mattress or whatever. So there's definitely space for people to sleep over. So that's a pro of like these rooms being ginormous. Also, in the parents' bedroom, I wanted to add like this cute little bench, like couch sitting area, because there was so much space left. Um, oh, I just thought I could also definitely have added like a vanity over there. That would also have been very cute. You could do that. If you download the build and you want to change that, go for it. You can change anything you want, to be honest. But oh, that would have been so cute. I don't know why I never thought of that while building. Anyway, I wanted to make like make the couch move like the same way as the windows do, like those diagonal thingies. But then the couch would glitch and it wouldn't look nice, so that's why I didn't do that. And I'm a bit sad about that because that would look very cute. But also vanity would look very cute. But also the office, I really wanted this like big built-in wall of like bookcases with the desks built into there because I just feel like that fits the vibe of the house so well. So I made that. Very proud of it. It looks very cool. And this is definitely like it's such a big office. It has a little couch in it as well, so you can take a lunch break or whatever there, or just sit down for a little bit, have a change of scenery, and not just sit at your desk the entire time. So I feel like this is a great office to really do your daily work in and work from home in. And also because it's so separate from the living area. Like you go downstairs in the morning, you have breakfast, and then you take your snacks or your lunch with you up the stairs, go all the way up, and then you move into this office area with a little bit of a balcony so you can sit outside without having to go into the garden. And then you just kind of like really in a separate space, all separate from the living areas of the house. And I think that's nice. Like that in my opinion that would be very nice. Like I would be very happy with a home office like that. So especially working from home, like the parents being interior decorators, that would be very, very good. I do feel like the office area was the hardest to decorate after I added that entire wall. I did add a lot of clutter to that, but I feel like the room is still a bit bare and naked, but also it's an office space. You don't really want it to be like very, very full because then it might be distracting, you know? It needs to be a nice, clean space. Otherwise, at least I won't be able to function in an office that's like all cluttered up and there's loads of stuff on the floor and whatever. I wouldn't be able to function in that. So I do think it's a bit bare, but it seems like a very good space to be able to work in. So that sounds good. And I just really like this built-in desk situation. I don't know why. I like it. It looks nice and it really, really reminds me of those 20s, 30s houses, like the small houses. It just gives me the vibes. And then I think we have kind of rounded up all the rooms on the inside of the build. I think we've had everything, so now just adjusting some things on the outside of the build. I added some decorations to the balconies, so they would be nice places to chill. I added a chess table, also very useful. And every single person in this house has their own computer, so that's also useful. There's also a TV in the parents' bedroom and a TV downstairs. So I'm thinking there's enough, stuff to do for everyone, but there's also definitely space to add some extra things. In the backyard, I just made this little lounge area on the patio. Just very small, very, very subtle. Like you can just chill outside in the sun. It is nice because the backyard is on the south side of the house. So there's a lot of sun in this area. It's nice. There's a lot of sun. There's like you wake up, there's sun, and the sun is kind of in the backyard the entire time. So it would maybe be nice to add like an umbrella to the lounging area, but I don't have that in the Sims, so I didn't. I did have like this umbrella table so they could have little barbecues and whatever. So it's just a bit stupid because the table is for 4 people and there's 5 people living in this house. But it's fine. I imagine like only the parents and the teenagers sitting down at the table and then the children just running around, maybe even have the fence gate open and just running around on the pier over there. That's kind of what I imagine when everyone is having like a little nice barbecue in the backyard. And I made all the backyards similar. Also, I didn't decorate any of the other houses because I just didn't feel like it. And when you have like an entire family living there, it's not really useful when the other houses are decorated and the like your Sims will go into the other houses to go to the bathroom while you're playing. Like you just want to play in this house. So the other houses are definitely vacant and up to decorate, so you can definitely do that if you want. I really want to see it if you do. But otherwise, I've kept them empty, and this is the only one I've decorated, and I feel like it turned out very, very cute. So now we're turning into screenshots, I think, and that's gonna be it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. my blog and my makeup stuff is all linked down below. If you want to see more from me, you can check that out. And that's gonna be it for today. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!